Look, if you're still eating Chicken McNuggets, you better be 10 years old or extremely intoxicated at 1 AM. Chicken McNuggets haven't actually been chicken for a long time, and it turns out McDonald's was so excited to help with this pandemic that they baked a mask right into a nugget. Welcome to InformOverload. I'm your host Johnny Rogers, and the Bacon Overlord of course, and you're watching the #1 tea-spilling entertainment news show on the internet. Before we kick this video off though, let us know down below what your favorite fast food restaurant is and tell us why. I'm going with In-N-Out Burger, but that's just me. Also, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Now, without any further delay, let's get right into today's story. Laura Arbor is a mother of 4 children, and thus McDonald's was probably the best way to get her kids a quick meal on the cheap. That being said, she never expected to have her 6-year-old daughter bite into a nugget, only to then start choking on a blue mask that was stuck inside. Laura immediately shared this to her Facebook page saying, "We have just come out of a pandemic and there is a face mask in my child's chicken nugget." Gross. Man, these McDonald's Happy Meal toys are getting weird, right? According to Hampshire Live, Arbor took 3 of her children to their local Mickey D's for some sweet Golden Arches takeout around 6 PM on August 4th. However, her Happy Meal turned out to be anything but when they returned home 5 minutes away to enjoy their meal, she said hopefully. When her daughter Maddie began choking on the couch, she said, "I had to put my finger in her mouth to make her sick and it came up all speckled with blue." The distraught mother is claiming that she found fragments of the disposable face mask in 2 of their 20 fried chicken pieces. It appears as though the mask was actually cooked into it, as if it was part of the mixture. Her fears were then heightened after she went to the managers to complain about the tainted nuggets, and then they outright refused to apologize. Not only that, but they continued to sell more chicken nuggets, with God knows what in them. Laura said that previously she had held the restaurant in high regard after staying at the Ronald McDonald house while her son was in intensive care. Since this story started to gain some traction, a spokesperson from McDonald's has made a statement that was released by the Daily Mail. In the statement they said, "Food safety is of the utmost importance to us and we place great emphasis on quality control, following rigorous standards to avoid any imperfections. When the matter was brought to the attention of our staff, we apologized, offered a full refund, and asked the customer to return the item so we could further investigate the matter and isolate the affected product." Basically they said, "Look, my bad, and bring us back the evidence." I don't know about you guys, but I am getting really sick and tired of hearing all of these statements from companies. What if this mom had left her daughter unattended and she died from choking on this mask? She was 6 years old. I hardly think a vague apology about how you usually are handling food safely covers the trauma that this mother and her daughter went through. These personal protection masks were definitely needed at the start of the pandemic, but once things start to clear up, I can guarantee we're about to have a lot of problems with them just being left behind. I can't even count the number of these disposable masks that I've been seeing just littered all over the sidewalks, and now I have to worry about almost eating one in my McNuggets? Not my McNuggets. In July, a seagull was even rescued after it reportedly spent a week with its legs entangled, Will Smith joke, in a leftover COVID mask. Good grief, what has this world come to? Not the seagulls. Who will I feed my McDonald's fries to? With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Teen Jailed for Not Doing Homework is Released." Thank God. The Luxurious says, "Damn! What's wrong with this world?" A lot. A whole heck of a lot, my friend. Rochelle Cobb says, "If you could be jailed for not doing homework, I'd have a life sentence." I'm right there with you, Rochelle. After reading that story, I was like, man, am I ever glad to be done with school. Don't worry, it's fine says, "WTF, no one in my school has even attempted the homework." Yeah, I feel like that was 90% of all students once they switched to the online learning. Ridiculous. Sammy Gomez says, "Currently sitting on death row because I didn't do my math homework, and let me tell you, it was worth it." I'd be right there with you, Sammy. I hated math. I was like, can't you just teach me how to manage my money and pay my taxes? Why am I learning long form division and algebra? Literally never used that once. I remember one time I I cheated on a math test. I had a calculator between my legs, and a teacher caught me and they were like, "You're not gonna be able to just pull out a calculator anytime you have to do math, alright? You're gonna have to learn how to do your math." Guess what? I have a calculator on my phone now. Math is useless. I pay an accountant to do my taxes too. Moving on, next comment. Raven Phoenix says, "The judge should be looked further into for giving such a hard punishment. How many other times has she done this? Ridiculous." For real, you're right on point with this one, Raven. I bet if they do an internal investigation, they would find a lot of really bad judgments. Not anything funny to say that. Mr. Coolcraft says, "I remember when the ball dropped, I was like, bye 2019, and I was so happy. Now 2019 is looking pretty good right now." Honestly, I thought the exact same thing. I was like, 2020 is my year. You don't even know. It was no one's year. Well, maybe Jeff Bezos. Maybe Jeff Bezos. I miss 2019 a lot, but hell, I'll even take 2018 if we can go back. What am I talking to, the aliens with time travel equipment? Gotcha Tail says, it's amazing how people get into jail these days. People are getting killed, but not doing homework is so much more of a threat to the community. Yeah, that first video I did about this case made my jaw drop when the judge said that she was a threat to her mother and the community. Yeah, okay, sure thing, bud. Yet Breonna Taylor's killer still hasn't been charged? Gotcha. Gotcha. Kanisha says, wait, why did her mom call the cops though? Call me out if I'm wrong. You really have to put yourself into this mother's shoes, okay? If you're a single parent, you're in the middle of a pandemic with a child that is acting out, maybe abusing you, maybe she's hitting her, I don't know. If this is your first time ever experiencing anything like this, your mind will immediately go to the extreme when it comes to seeking help. I really don't think she knew what resources in her community were available to her because they don't exactly talk about the importance of social services. My parents used to say that they were going to call the cops on me all the time just to make me behave. So perhaps she felt helpless and believed that scaring her kid a bit would put her in line. I mean, she's not wrong. There's a whole, what's that prison show? Scared Straight? Beyond Scared Straight? Yeah. They literally take like troubled children into a jail. Which is better? I could just call the cops and be like, can you just freak him out for a little bit, you know? But like, clearly I'm just speculating on all of this, but that is my assumption at least when I read that story. Hope that helps. Probably not. Thank you for watching and thank you to our editors for all of their hard work. If you enjoyed this video, please show some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on today's story. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From InformOverload, my name is the Bacon Overlord, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy. Now, without any further delay, let's get right in. So close every time.